I'm Barb Sackel, and this is the first video in my series of beginning quilting. This video is a description of basic quilting tools, perfect for the new sewer. Now you will know exactly what tools you need to start off your quilting journey. This video series is made possible by QuiltWoman.com. The company's owner is Nancy Dill, and they are located in Holly, New York. QuiltWoman.com is a publishing, marketing, and distribution company for independent designers. First tool of choice is, of course, the sewing machine. My choice in sewing machine is the Juki TL 2010 Quilting. It is a single stitch machine that allows you to have either go fast or slow. It also has a big bed, great for quilting your quilts. The nice thing about it is it has a thread cutter on the foot pedal. So now your quilts will never have a messy back. You'll never have the threads showing through the white fabric. Another reason I like it, it has the perfect scant 1/4 inch. And we'll talk more about the 1/4 inch on the next video, which is the perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. Next tools you have to go into is your rotary cutter, mat, and rulers. I prefer all of them by Olfa. Now Olfa offers many rotary cutters in different sizes, in different ways to hold them. Good for left-handers and right-handers. I like the 45 millimeters for general cutting, and I like the 60 millimeters for layer cutting. I can cut up to 8 layers of fabric with this cutter. Of course you need the mat. The choice is usually to buy a large one. That'll take care of all your needs. That's 24 by 36 inches. Remember, the Olfa is the green mat. This is the best self-healing mat on the market. If you have other brands, you will notice cut marks in your mat. And all those cut marks mean you're dulling your blade. So try to stay with Olfa and you'll keep your blades longer. Of course, we move on to the rulers. You need 2. One is the 6 by 24 inch for cutting your strips, and the second ruler is a 12.5 inch square. These 2 rulers will take care of all your needs. However, if you want to expand on your rulers, go ahead and look into the smaller pieces, 9.5 inch square, 6.5 inch square, or the rectangle pieces. I consider these rulers to pamper yourself. And they come in handy, but the 2 rulers you mostly need are just the 2 large ones. Of course, you need your quilting pins and maybe a pin holder, which is nice, the magnetic. But remember, if you have a computer in your sewing machine, you don't want to put the magnetic holder near that. If your pin goes in nice and smooth, then those are the pins to keep. If your pin goes in a little bit hard, chances are it's got a dull point. I'd get rid of them, and I would shop around for one that again goes in nice and smooth. I use 2 pair of scissors. I use a small pair for cutting threads, snips, and I use a bigger pair with a long blade for cutting your fabric. Moving on to thread, I recommend a poly or a poly cotton combination. Make sure that you use the same thread in your bobbin as you use up top, as this will counterbalance weight and give you a really nice stitch. Threads to stay away from are rayon, silk, and the hand quilting. Those are different consistencies and weights, and they don't always work so well with your cottons. So you choose a thread that works best for your machine. Of course, you need your sewing machine needles, and your sewing machine comes with needles, but if you run out, I recommend just a top stitch, and that would be a top stitch 80. Of course, you need a seam ripper. This is going to be your very best friend. If you can, purchase a walking foot for your sewing machine. This will be great for, especially when you do your attaching your bindings, but it's also great for layers. It's if you want to work in flannel, it helps for that too. So walking foot is very beneficial for giving you not as much puckered or a pushing look. Of course, you need your iron and your ironing board. And one other thing is, when you have all your tools in place, label them, because when you go to classes and retreats, you tend to get them mixed up with others. So you want to label everything you have, either with an address label or just write your name right on it. So those are the basic quilting tools that I recommend for a beginner quilter. And as you grow more in your journey, then of course your tools are going to expand too. Thank you for joining me.